Austria. Austria, largely mountainous landlocked country of South-Central Europe. Together with Switzerland, it forms what has been characterized as the neutral core of Europe, notwithstanding Austria's full membership since 1995 in the supranational European Union. Austria. A great part of Austria's prominence can be attributed to its geographic position. It is at the center of European traffic between east and west along the Great Danubian trade route and between north and south through the magnificent Alpine passes, thus embedding the country within a variety of political and economic systems. Land. Austria is bordered to the north by the Czech Republic, to the northeast by Slovakia, to the east by Hungary, to the south by Slovenia, to the southwest by Italy, to the west by Switzerland and Liechtenstein, and to the northwest by Germany. Relief. Mountains and forests give the Austrian landscape its character, although in the northeastern part of the country the Danube River winds between the eastern edge of the Alps and the hills of Bohemia and Moravia. Plant and animal life. 2/3 of the total area of Austria is covered by woods and meadows. Forests occupy some 2/5 of the country, which is one of the most densely forested in Central Europe. Spruce dominates the forests, with larch, beech, and oak also making a significant contribution. People, ethnic groups. Ethnic Austrians constitute the vast majority of the population. Small but significant groups of German-speaking Swiss and ethnic Germans also reside in the country. Languages of Austria. Although Croatian, Hungarian, Slovenian, Turkish, and other languages are spoken by the various minority groups, nearly all people in Austria speak German. The dialect of German spoken in Austria, except in the West, is Bavarian, sometimes called Austro-Bavarian. Economy. Austria's government played an important role in the economy from the post-World War Roman II years until the late 20th century. In 1946 and 1947, the Austrian parliament enacted legislation that nationalized more than 70 firms in essential industries and services, including the 3 largest commercial banks. Such heavy industries as petroleum and oil refining, coal, mining, iron and steel products, shipbuilding and electrical machinery and appliances, as well as river navigation. Agriculture and forestry. Agriculture employs only a small percentage of Austria's workforce and accounts for only a tiny portion of the GDP. Because of the country's mountainous terrain, only about half of the land can even potentially be cultivated. Agricultural areas are found mainly in the east, particularly in Burgenland, Steiermark, Kärnten, and Niederösterreich, and farms are usually small or of medium size. Crops include sugar beets, wheat, corn, maize, barley, potatoes, apples, and grapes. Pigs and cattle also are raised. Resources and power. The natural resources available within the country for industrial exploitation are of considerable significance. Austria is a leading producer of natural magnesite, a magnesium carbonate used extensively in the chemical industry. Kärnten is the main center of its production. Other important mineral resources include iron, lignite, anhydrous gypsum, lead and zinc, and antimony. Iron ore from Eisenberg in Steiermark is obtained through open-cut mining and is processed in such industrial centers as Linz and Leoben. Manufacturing. Austria's manufacturing sector accounts for a significant portion of the GDP. It is also one of the country's main generators of foreign currency through exports, an important factor in the economy of a small country. Austrian manufacturing focuses on specialized high-quality products, mainly in the traditional industries. Although high technology production was slow to take hold in the country, by the turn of the 21st century, a number of firms had begun to find success through advanced technological development. Trade. Austria's main trading partners are EU member countries, the United States, China, and Switzerland. Important exports include machinery, vehicles, chemicals, and iron and steel. Among the major imports are machinery, transport equipment, vehicles, chemicals, mineral fuels, and food products. Labor and taxation. Government at various levels remains an important job provider, though to a much lesser degree than it was in the mid-20th century. Public sector jobs are protected, meaning that the government ensures automatic wage raises, certain bonuses, and most often tenure for life conditions the private sector can hardly match. Transportation and telecommunications. Austria has a dense road system inherited from its centuries as the hub of a vast continental empire. The country serves as an important link between Western, Northern, and Central Europe and Italy, Eastern Europe, and the Balkans. It has a highly developed transportation infrastructure of highways, passenger and freight trains, waterways, and air services. Justice. The administration of justice is independent of Austrian legislative and administrative authorities. Judges are not subject to any government influence. They are appointed by the cabinet upon nomination by judicial panels and can be neither dismissed nor transferred without the panel's agreement. Political process. The first popular election of a president, although provided for by a 1929 amendment to the Constitution, did not take place until after the death of the first post-World War Roman II president Karl Renner, who had been unanimously elected by the National Assembly after the liberation of 1945.